Let's just presume they got something that was spread person to person and it was a virus. Let's go with that. We have some facts here. Let's throw in a few facts. So a lot of research done on COVID-19 transmissibility. You can Google COVID-19 transmissibility space R factor and look at whatever comes up under National Library of Medicine and CDC. What you will find is there have been a lot of studies on the transmissibility. So they took a positive person, had 400 contacts, and they followed those over a 4-day period. You have 400 contacts. So obviously you immediately check the ones that are positive. They get eliminated because they were already positive before exposure, right? So they got a group of 400 contacts with this person who were COVID negative. Followed the contacts for a full month. It takes 2 weeks for them to turn positive based on exposure. Zero of the 400 became positive. That was a study done in China. Study done in the United States, did 200 contacts. Same experiment, zero of the 200 became positive. Okay, then they did a prevalence study. What they found is if you have one positive, COVID positive person in a household, the prevalence of COVID in that population is 10%, which is pretty high, 10%. And then they did the prevalence among healthcare workers. It was 4%. So we have this figure. So whatever you got, if it managed to infect 100% of the people in your household, I can tell you it was not COVID. Why? The epidemiology of COVID is such that that's not the way it spreads. So COVID is not capable of infecting 100% of the people in a household. And the 10% prevalence was among, they had to narrow it down to the folks who slept together. Husband and wife, doing whatever husbands and wives do. Let's just guess they might sleep in the same bed overnight. Let's just give them that much. They can only transmit it 10%. So you don't have COVID-19. Well, what happened? What do you have? Obviously you're sick. So anything that infects 100% of people who are exposed is called a common source outbreak. There was something all of you were exposed to that caused the illness. And this is well known. You can Google common source outbreak causes. There's something in the water that you and everyone drank. There's something in the food that you and everyone ate. Someone used the toilet and deposited viruses on the toilet seat. Believe it or not, yeah, it's real. The doorknobs. And all of you were contacted with that. So that's how you got what you got. What it is, we don't know. You weren't tested. But just the epidemiology of how it happened, it's a common source outbreak. Like you drop a grenade, a bunch of people get sick or injured all at once. In a transmissibility situation, one person in your household would get sick. They would transmit it to someone else. They would have to wait 2 weeks before they were even contagious. Then the second person would get transmitted, right? The other 3 people in your house or 4 people wouldn't get it all at once. Why? Because a COVID person can only infect, at best, 10%. So that person would become positive. 2 weeks later, the next person. 2 weeks later, the next person. That's as fast as COVID could spread through your family. So it would take at least 8 weeks to get all 4 or 5 people in your household infected. And that's if one person was